Nürburgring mode. You'd think that that would turn all of your silly sort of steering assists and things off, but it does not. No rev hang with this manual transmission either, which is awesome. That's something that the Jetta GLI still kind of suffers from. Though, granted, that is the old generation of car, so we'll cut it some slack. No rev hang at all in this car. You know what this car reminds me of? And Volkswagen, if you're watching, take this as a compliment. This thing reminds me of the 2016 Focus RS. The way that it sounds, the way that it just sort of handles itself, the throttle response, the pops and burbles, it's all here. This is what we were missing in the last generation of the Golf R. It's a little bit more playful now. Yes. Oh, residential. Yes, hello. Whoa! Okay. All right. All right. There are some slippery leaves here. And we do have all-wheel drive. I can feel the back end wanting to kind of do its thing and kick out a little bit. The road's a little drier here. That's good. All right, what other modes can we try out? Let's just try normal sport mode. Okay, that gives us a blue cluster. I don't think we have auto rev matching anywhere unless I'm, you know, to be honest with you guys, it could be in the menu somewhere, but I would literally drive off of the mountain right now if I was trying to go in the menu and look for things, because it's so overly complicated. And if you've watched our Golf GTI, our Mark 8 review, you'll know how just silly the infotainment is and how overcomplicated everything ends up being. I don't really have any pops and burbles here in sport mode. That's kind of all I care about. What about race? What about just normal race mode? I don't think we've tried that out yet, have we? Let's crack the windows here. I like Nürburgring mode. The green is cool. I can feel this all-wheel drive searching for traction. Kind of a strange feeling. I'm gonna calm it down a little bit with all these wet leaves. It's not hard to just drive it like a civilized car. Very, very, very tight and direct steering. It's very confidence inspiring. I wouldn't say that I'm getting the full Focus RS experience. It's not quite that bonkers, but it's like 75% of the way there, and that's super cool. It's cool that we've now got over 300 horsepower. Got 280 foot-pounds of torque with the manual. If you get the DSG, it's 295 foot-pounds of torque, so either way you're still under 300, but we're over the 300 horsepower mark. We'll have to wait until Mark 9, I guess, to get over 300 foot-pounds of torque, but good things are worth waiting for, right? I swear I heard these driving earlier, and they were popping and snapping and snarling so loud, and maybe it's just because we're in the car, but I don't think I've heard anything quite that crazy. That puts me just back into race. Oh, what is custom? Custom driving mode. I have no idea. Somebody else has set this up. yellow. It's kind of cool how every driving mode has its own color on the digital cluster here. It's kind of a neat feature. Whoa! Did you hear that? It did it! I wasn't even on the gas. Sounded like gunshots. When does it choose when to do that? I guess it must just be random. Yeah, if you're patient with it, you get some proper, like, 4th of July, like, pow pow pops. Ooh, yes! Most cars, as soon as you let off the gas, you get the pow, 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 you get the loudest pops. But this one, you let off the gas and then like 10 seconds later, it rewards you with all of the good, satisfying pops. Never really driven a car like that. Sort of mitigates my need to pull over and mess with the settings though, because now I know that I have the loudest exhaust setting. I guess I'll leave it in this sort of custom setting here. God, it's quick. Wow. Okay. All right. I'm gonna calm myself down a little bit here, and I think I'm gonna wrap this drive up. This car is just so much fun. I mean, oh. Oh. Not only does it make all the right sounds, it's so planted up here in these mountain roads, especially on these Bridgestone Potenza Sports. It's just a hoot to drive, and I think that the fact that this car at all reminds me of the Focus RS is the biggest compliment that I could ever give this car, because I love the Focus RS. So, a very sketchy sort of parking lot situation here. We're gonna just kind of make do with it. Is it on? It is on. All right, guys. Well, that was just kind of a quick little back road blast here in the Mark 8R. I had so much fun driving this thing. I hope you had fun watching. We'll be back soon. In fact, the Topher will be back with a full POV review of this car. Of course, when we get it back at the HQ back in Michigan, not North Carolina, middle of nowhere town. Let's do one more little walk around of this thing before we let you go here. Door didn't shut. All right, cool. Well, I must say, it's great. You know, you can spend all day complaining about the infotainment. Sure, it's not great, but everything else makes up for it. The way that it drives, the way that it sounds, the way that it holds itself, it's cool. The manual transmission, that helps. I actually haven't even driven the DSG version of the Golf R. Probably do that later today, but as far as the 6-speed manual rendition of this car goes, to be honest with you, I was not expecting it to be as fun as it is, so that's always good. I like being surprised by cars like this. So, all right, well, we'll end there on a good note. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been Substitute Topher here in front of Ferguson Supply General Merchandise with a tractor out front, mountains all around me. I have no idea where I am. Well, anyways, thank you all so much for watching. We'll be back to your normal Topher scheduled content very soon. But as always, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you very soon in the next video.